Hello and welcome. I'm Mercy, the Game Master here, HereThereBeMonsters, and I'm so excited to be back. A lot of you already know this, but if not, we ended up having kind of an impromptu break here in the campaign in the fall. We had a lot of trouble with scheduling. As those of you that play tabletop role-playing games know, scheduling, of course, is the biggest BBEG there is. That being said, we do have session this Saturday, December 9th, and Saturday next session, December 16th. So we're very excited about that. And honestly, although it wasn't what we'd planned, it did kind of work out in our favor, or at least favorably in timing, because we kind of finished what we are going to be calling the prologue right before this break kind of kicked off. So today's big goal is to create a summary. Now, we're going to be recording this summary and uploading it to YouTube as a separate video as well, but also reading it at the beginning of the session. So we want to make a prologue summary that is interesting, that has some spritzes of the lore, that includes some fun role-playing information, and also kind of helps everyone catch up in case anyone wants to join the campaign as we begin kind of season 1, episode 1, but doesn't necessarily want to invest the time into going back through the whole prologue. Obviously, we hope you do. Any support here on YouTube is hugely appreciated, and hopefully you enjoy the prologue. We enjoyed making it, but just in case, for whatever reason, that's not a good fit, or maybe you just want to get caught up for now and then go back and watch the prologue, we're going to make a prologue summary. Hello, Stardust and Kale. Thank you guys for being here. Yes, D&D this Saturday. Very excited. A couple other quick bits of news before we get into that. One, don't forget to set your chat to live chat.
YouTube stream is now live.
Because the YouTube stream is now live. So that way you can keep up with things in real time. Two, if you would like the video, we'd super appreciate that. It helps us out by pushing our content to more people on YouTube. And three, we have a habit of going a little bit long on the power hours, which is part of the reason why we say power hours. That way we are time limited, because it's easy with TTRPGs and especially DM work to just kind of expand a scale and then a whole afternoon's gone. And that can be really fun. But sometimes I think there's value in having focused, specific work and goals. So today, though, we really need to stick with it. In fact, it might be slightly under an hour. By about 56 minutes from now, I need to be leaving the house for nephew's Christmas, I don't know what to call it, concert, production, what have you. Super excited to go and do that, but it does mean that we need to be really on the ball timing-wise. So I think that's it for news. Let's start working. Now, actually, I want to move this because I was kind of giving myself permission earlier in the day to I don't know if we're going to get the separate YouTube video posted in time. And I guess I'd be curious to hear you guys' thoughts on that. But I think getting it posted before the session would be really good. I debated about trying to do mid-journey images for it. I'm not going to have time for that to post it on Friday morning. So I guess, what do you guys think? A separate prologue video narrated with a little bit of music and some nice images that doesn't come out before season 1, episode 1, or just a quick me talking into the microphone, low production value video that makes it out in time for people to catch up before the session. I'm leaning more towards the quicker one, so that way people can catch up if they want to. But I'd be curious to hear. Nephew's live performance. There we go. Yes, much like us, he is a live performer. And the Mortal Woe's in the house. Hello, guys. Thanks so much for coming by. I appreciate you being here. Heck yeah. I think everybody that's here probably already knows this, but you never know who's going to watch a video after the fact. The Mortal Woes in chat there is another TTRPG channel full of fantastic people that won really great fantasy tabletop role-playing campaigns. You should definitely go check them out as well. All right. Let's get that out of the way. And I'll probably switch to document view here in a minute, so you can actually, you might as well be able to watch what I'm typing instead of just seeing my face. But it's going to be just 1 second here as I get it set up. Grab that, throw that out of the way. Full screen projector to the cam link. Grab a Google Doc. Google.com. Actually, let's go into Drive so that way we can share, save this where we want to. Google Drive, folders, D&D. Probably save this under session intro scripts, although we might have one other thing to do. Create and share. Prologue. Oh dear. Prologue recap is the name of the file. However, I might have been a naughty DM. I don't know if I made session notes for session 11. I've been really good about that. I have fully written out session notes for sessions 1 through 10 for sure. Let's see what we have for 11. All right, 11 had a really good introduction. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Also, just so you know, Mortal Woes, this happens sometime on YouTube. You may or may not be a little bit behind, I guess. I'm curious to hear when you hear this, but the clock is at 20:30 remaining till break time, and it's currently 2:13 p.m. Pacific time as I'm saying that. So if it's, I forget what time zone you are, if you're 2 hours or 3 hours on me, but if it's not whatever hour 13 when you hear me say that, you might need a quick refresh of the stream. All right, so yes, we do need to clean up our session 11 notes just a little bit here. Because I have like a scratch of notes for session 11, but it's not quite fully filled out. Prologue, new folder, grab everything of the current session notes, throw them in the Prologue folder. Move, all right. Then also another new folder, and we're going to call this one Season 1. How are you doing today, Nuzlachbean? I am excited to see what we get to pick up. It's probably tomorrow that we're going to be able to grab it. Today was very packed for us, but I am super excited. It's always fun. Let's make a copy of the session 11 notes, move that into season 1. How are you? Good question. Yeah, no, I'm legitimately curious. Oh dear, I know what happened. Nope, not move to trash. Share, organize, move. Here we go. We want to move this to season 1. Move. Change who has access. Season 1. I want to rename this to session 1. Since we're calling the rest of that Prologue. And then introduction is going to be blank for now, because we have not written that yet. And then where, oh, where did we leave off? It looks like our last time on session, we ended on the morning, I believe, of the 22nd day of mid-spring 561. So I can delete everything above that because we keep track of our timeline pretty scrupulously. Oh boy. And I've already pre-rolled the weather for a couple days out as well. So that way we can save time on stream with that. Hey, welcome back, Mortal Woes. Sorry about that. YouTube streams are weird. There are things that I like more about them, but the weird like delay accumulation that happens, definitely not one of those things. So we will need to double check our date. I need to go back and do some catching up with. Oh dear, highlight please. Need to do some catching up from our last session because it was like 9 weeks ago or something. It was a while ago. But I'm pretty sure that my date is correct. It's the 22nd day of mid-spring, 561. And then it might be the 23rd. We'll see. And then we can go back to the session 11 notes, or the prologue 11 notes, and fill those out just a teeny bit more. Hey, temp viewer. Exactly. Exactly. That little first floor of the tower that they were just standing next to, fireball would fit perfectly in there. Might be partly because you were on the page waiting for it to start. Oh yeah, might be. It does happen still periodically during the live stream, but thank you so much for coming in and being here potentially before I'd even started. That's awesome. So I want to fill this out just a little bit more at least because there were some other things that happened. Normally, these working streams, we kind of try to keep spoiler free or spoiler minimal. Fair warning, if you do watch our sessions and you're not caught up yet, this one will not be spoiler free because we're literally writing a prologue recap. So just fair warning there. But if you are caught up or otherwise not concerned about spoilers, thank you for being here. So what I have written down right now, as far as the two kind of plot point or future notes on the 22nd day of mid-spring, was Bahir bought a token of border crossing to the Winter Woods, which is the Elven Kingdom to the north of where they are, where none of them have ever been. And Bahir and Rubato negotiated with the nobles and convinced. So I don't need to give you guys that context. You either know or this is a spoiler. So they negotiated with the nobles and convinced, somewhat accidentally, Christine and Evelyn to sort of turn on Jackson. Since he can't withdraw his support from Capstone. So we don't know exactly what that's going to mean or how that's going to play out. But the Council of Barons had sent a few nobles to evaluate the situation at Capstone to see about making budget cuts to the funding of the town's defense. And the Knight Commander, Marshal Bridget Peters, is not particularly diplomatic and was not having success with those nobles, convincing them to not only not decrease their spending, but to hopefully increase their spending. So Bahir and Rubato stepped in, did some schmoozing with those nobles after having saved their lives, and managed to not exactly get a clear win. They did not just convince all of the nobles to go back to their barons and just convince them to increase spending. But what they did do, partly on accident, was convince the nobles of two of the three baronies to sort of gang up on the other one, and trap that barony and that noble and his baron into having to pay more in taxes for the defense of Capstone. So Capstone will possibly be getting some more defense spending. Wow, spending. That's funding and spending put together. Defense spending. I like it. Thanks to the player's intervention. But there may potentially be some additional ramifications to that success. We'll see. So I think the other main note that I really want to get in here is that Bridget commissioned. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you guys the document. Well, I can't show you this one. I'll show you the other document when we get into it here in a second. This one has some DM stuff on it. Bridget commissioned the adventuring party to investigate the information that she had extracted from the orc captive through interrogation the night before. She believes that the the orc, the information from the orc has led her to believe that the recent aggression from the orcs to the south of Capstone may be part of a larger military gathering and not just the activities of disparate orcish tribes. The party is being sent to scout the eastern, the south and southeastern, the south and eastern areas surrounding Capstone Peak for evidence to confirm or disprove those to confirm or disprove that the presence of a larger / more organized orcish presence in the region. There we go. Hello, Taldio. OMG, it's you being not actively on the work desk. Thanks so much for coming by. All right, so we'll get into our main project for the day. I think now that that's done, there's certainly more that I could write about it, but I think that works for now. Bridget has commissioned the adventuring party to investigate the information that she had extracted from the orc captive through interrogation the night before. The orc has led her to believe that the recent aggression from the orcs south of Capstone may be part of a larger military gathering and not just the activities of disparate orcish tribes. The party is being sent to scout the south and eastern areas surrounding Capstone Peak for evidence to confirm or disprove the presence of a larger, more organized orcish presence in the region. I think that works, and we'll probably honestly just copy paste that for our recap as well. You actually had lunch at this time. Oh, awesome! Well, thank you so much for coming and sharing your lunch with me. Speaking of which, I need to work on my dessert here. I just ate like not even quite an hour ago, 45 minutes ago. Hi, Kraz. How are you? Oh, shoot. All right, prologue recap. Let me get this on the other monitor. There we go. What's going on? Are you sick again? All right, and then Yeah, don't die. Not allowed. Oh no. I'll tell you, I had a roaring sore throat yesterday morning that did slowly fade throughout the day, but that was how my COVID started back in whatever that was, June or July, and I was like, oh no, please not again. So far feeling better, fingers crossed today. I'm very sorry for you though. Now let's go over here. Perfect. Oh, no pixie today, unfortunately. She's at work. And I would pull up the overlay, but since we're just on a Google Sheet anyway, the white, you wouldn't be able to read the white text on. Well, no, hold on, that's not true. Because there's a border. Cool. Take care, Krez. I'm really sorry to hear that. All right, I guess first things first. Do we have like a word goal? I definitely would want the prologue summary to be less than 10 minutes. How did I parse that out before? How many words was Bahir's backstory video? Let's peek at that really quickly. Character info, backstories, Bahir, 80 to 100 words per minute. Thank you, Zeldio. Tools. Just so I know kind of for my own reading pace. Bahir's backstory was 1,300 words, and I believe that video was about 8 or 9 minutes long. So we're probably a little bit faster than that. Probably more like 120. So if we want to be if we want to be around or under 10 minutes, then we want to be somewhere in the 800 to 1,500 word range, which I know is a big range, but that just gives us something very broad to start with. 800 if we really lay it on thick and do a lot of narrative reading, and 12 or 1,300 if we're going a little bit faster. COVID wasn't too bad the first time, but you're getting a nasty cough and insane muscle aches so far. I'm sorry. So yeah, we'll ballpark it at about 100 words a minute. I think that works. D&D session notes on stream prologue. Excuse me. All right, so what I think what we're gonna try and do today, we're probably not gonna quite finish this, but is we're gonna snag all of our session notes and like turn those into like major bullet points, right? Because if we read through every, because I write like anywhere between 1 and 5 paragraphs per in-game day. So we need to really pare things down if we want to keep this where we want duration wise. I was gonna paste everything in there and then edit down, but I think I might start on the other side. Hey Mendez, thanks for coming by. How'd everything go this weekend? / how are you feeling about whatever work you have left to do for the move? So, the very beginning, session 1 of the prologue. I think we can really summarize that down. We're going to go with bullet points for now. Tomorrow is the big move. Good luck. And say, so we can summarize these 4 paragraphs down to say Alandite and, I almost said Pixie, Skabosh were rafting their way upstream. I'll expand on that in a second. When they were attacked by 2 orcs. 3 orcs? By some orcs. I can double check the number. They barely... That was such an exciting first combat to have. Oh my gosh. They barely defeated those orcs. And eventually made their way to Capstone. Okay. You have to make some weekend trips back to finish it, though. There's some stuff. Oh, for sure. All right. That's 4 paragraphs in 2 sentences. Then we've got, they woke up the next day. Exciting first combat. You thought the campaign was done before you even came out. They found that the orc bodies seemed to be emaciated and lightly supplied. There we go. Nothing particularly important there. You know, we probably need some additional context also for who these characters are. I suppose we want to do that as we introduce them. Who is Alandite and who is Skabosh? We'll come back, and my main goal for today is to get this outline completed so I can potentially script it tomorrow and record a scripting tomorrow and then upload that video by Friday. And I'm supposed to go on break. That's all right. That's all right. We got situated. We had some other stuff to do. I think we'll still get through our outline. We've got a half an hour, but I do have to be very timely today. For those of you that missed the intro, I need to leave in like just over 30 minutes for Nephew's live Christmas performance, as none dubbed it. So I'll go ahead and pull this screen up really fast. We'll put 5 minutes on the clock for a stretch break, because I still think that's important to do. And it also gives me a chance to run down like shoes and lay out socks and the clothes that I need to change into and whatnot. And then we'll be back and we'll finish up this outline. 5 minutes on the clock. Boom. See you in a minute. All right, we're back. On the clock. I'm not going to get to rewash my hair today, but it's not the end of the world. It's not a beauty pageant. I'm not trying to pick up a new partner or anything. It's not too bad. It just dried in a kind of weird way, which my hair honestly usually does. So I was planning on rewashing it and gelling it. All right, there we go. 30 more minutes on the clock. Maybe even slightly less. Might be like 20. We'll see. Just make sure I don't have like an email with any additional info that I need. Junk. Nope, nope, nope. All right. Back to it. Recruited. So let's see. Who all did we recruit at this juncture? We got Lazarus. We got Bahir. And then I guess we just started with 4, didn't we? And then we added a 5th when we added Ava. Hello there, Gunner. How are you doing, sir? Okay, so recruited Lazarus from the jail. And recruited Bahir from the tavern. Sent to investigate goblin activity to the north of Capstone. Met Rubato. Hey, thank you so much, Taldio. Appreciate that. Who agreed to guide the party to goblins. I usually don't check my phone during streams, but because today is going to be so time sensitive, I might need to do that a couple times. Okay. He's leaving now. It usually takes 20 to 30 minutes to get here. So we're more or less on schedule. Okay. Got all that. Rubato agreed to lead people, yada yada, and then we left off on a cliffhanger. So that's session 1, prologue session 1 summarized. That took like 3 minutes. So we might not get quite all of them done, but we'll get almost all of it. Hey, Kian, how are you, sir? The party encountered a goblin camp and combat ensued. There's going to be a lot of notes about the combat, obviously. We can skip over a lot of that. But the goblins had a spellcaster, which is abnormal for them. Got an eye infection. Oh, geez. I'm really sorry to hear that. Is the prognosis at least good? Okay, that's all just combat details. Combat details. Chased off, defeated most, and chased off the remaining goblins, including the spellcaster. All right, that's actually the end of session 2. Session 2 was just combat. Otherwise, all dandy. Well, I'm glad to hear that, at least. It was taken care of very early. Just got to do the antibiotics for at least a week and wait for the swelling to go down. Well, I'm glad for that. Oh, that's right. I forgot that we met Ava so early. Party met Ava, who was still an NPC at that time. Even this, I'll definitely need to pare down, but I think this is a good exercise to get all of the probably still too much detail, but to get all the main points with a relatively minimal amount of detail written down, and then, like I said, when we go from bullet points to script, I'll clean that up some more. Friendly fire next morning. Friendly fire incident. Oh, wait, I was right. With Rubato shooting Bahir at the mention of shadow people. Besides your eye being held shut and also looking like you're having an allergic reaction to carpets, at least you have a reason to not go to birthday party. There you go. That's quite the silver lining. Ava introduced some of the party to Scout Captain Randall. And reported their goblin findings to him. I think that's not an abnormal phase to go through, especially in a post-COVID world, Kian. I do hope at some point you can find a happy medium where that can be part of your life without being too much or too, whatever, frustrating or overwhelming or whatnot. Let's see. Party. Yeah, this is some of the stuff that I'll probably be cutting out. Party met. Or no, not really. Just Allendite. Allendite met Captain Silas, who was concerned about the goblin spellcaster. And why, but I'll add that later. Then we had the infamous Carendite incident. Allendite met Paladin Captain Leona and threw a tantrum in her office office when she did not give him a horse. I think it's the best way that I can summarize that. Party paid by quartermaster. Maybe think of another thing up there. Party met at the tavern. Oh, right. Bahir. There we go. At the tavern that night, Bahir expose the spellcaster's book that he had taken from the goblin camp. Writing my own script. Yeah, so I'm going through my DM notes for our D&D campaign to get like an outline and plot points to script a summary of the whole prologue of our campaign. So probably still like half of what's here is still going to get pulled out, but I'm trying to, this is our like first cut of narrowing things down. The party brought the book. I feel like there was contention. To Leona, who took it, and after negotiation, she allowed Rubato to copy one spell from the book into his own spellbook. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Kian. I appreciate it. Hello there, Dark Dragon. It is always about the pickles. Give him the pickle. Leona then tasked the party. No, there we go. With tracking down and capturing the goblin spellcaster, or at least killing him if they must. Is it weird that you have seen a pickle in person? I feel like it would be weirder if you hadn't. Yeah, thanks so much for coming by. I appreciate it a lot. All support, and especially here on YouTube, because YouTube is so fickle, is very much appreciated. Oh, you've never seen a pickle. There we go. All right, that is done with session 3's notes, and we're halfway through, so. Session 4. What time is it? It's 5 till. So probably have to end like 5-ish minutes early. It's not too bad. So session 4 notes. Rubato inquired with guard captain. Man, why is my typing so bad today? Horace to inquire about Rubato's missing family members. Can skip a lot of the rest of that. Francesca Bosch met with her guild to get another perspective on what's been going on in her absence. They informed her that after a period of reduced goblin activity, that the goblins started becoming significantly more aggressive in the fall of 560. Yeah, get some rest, Dark Dragon. I hope you get to feeling better. Thank you for coming by. You're watching on the TV as well, but typing on your phone. Oh, well, thank you so much, Kian. I appreciate you putting in all the effort. Sounds like everybody's kind of on the struggle bus right now. Speaking of which, okay. I was like, I want to scroll up really quickly because I asked and then there was no follow-up, and that's okay, but I just wanted to make sure that I didn't miss Nun's response about how he was doing, which it looks like I did not. Or if I did, it is YouTube being weird because it's not in my chat box. All right, then we've got Rubato offered to lead the party back into the forest to find the goblin. He didn't successfully navigate them to the camp, but he did bring them to the ruins where they first met him. Yeah, I hear you there, Kian. During the night, they were attacked and attacked by a single goblin and ultimately subdued and captured that goblin. They interrogated the goblin and made a deal with it that they would release it if it told them where the other goblins were. Spoiler alert, although I guess all this is spoilers, but the goblin provided the information, but Alan Dite smote it before the party could release it. Dominant eye, yes. That is the term. The party was appalled at this and rebuked him. We can leave it at that for now. I'm writing probably a little bit too much in sentence structure for what I'm trying to accomplish right now. I just want to make sure I have enough notes to remind myself. Following the captive's information, the party found a cave in a swampy part of the forest. On the plus side, you completed your first composition on the banjo yesterday. Your first proper, dude. That's amazing. If you're down, I'd love to have you share that in the music channel on our Discord. That would be super cool. All right, we just want to finish this one. Session 4 had a lot of notes. Lots of notes. The cave was inhabited by a strange magical being that the goblins called Mother. And that being emerged from the swampy water to ambush the party along with the remaining goblins. Hey, Gray Fox, I've been thinking about you. I know Ken let us in this on, I think it was Sunday. You weren't feeling very well, so I hope you're doing okay. We'll do it at some point. Need to record it first with the. Oh yeah, for sure. No rush on our behalf. The party eventually overcame the strange creature and the goblins. With the exception of one archer who got away. The party captured the goblin spellcaster, which was their goal. So I forgot that they actually fully accomplished that goal. I guess I just never thought of it in that context. Why do I keep typing part instead of party? Or is it getting auto-corrected? All right. Great Fox, yeah, you got hit with one of your bad migraines. Oh, no. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I know that's usually like a multi-day affair, right? Getting better, but it's tough to deal with. The after effects. You're doing okay, though. Well, I thank you for the update. I'm really sorry to hear that. Post another demo, though. Semi-original, semi-not, so you don't count it as a proper song. Okay. Yeah, I look forward to it, Kian. All right, let's just wrap up these notes. This is, and then I'll just say, like, end of session 4 notes. I was hoping to get through at least session 6, but that's okay. I wasn't totally sure how long this was going to take. And we probably could get through at least 5 if I didn't need to leave a little early. Bahir beheaded Mother. Bahir was almost coup de grace by the spellcaster before they captured it. All right. So that's just over a page, and that's through session 4 of 11. So we're about a little over a third of the way done. How many words do we have? Word count. 513. And that's a little over a third. So we've probably got like 900 more coming. So that would come out at about 1,400. But like I said, we're going to need to cut some of this. So our goal of like 800 to 1200 words, we should be pretty close to that. I'm digging it. Heck yeah. So, in case you missed it, the plan is to finish the outline today or early tomorrow, record it tomorrow, edit it, master it, and post it on Friday mornings. That way, y'all can be caught up to date before our D&D session on Saturday. For sure, Gray Fox. I mean, that kind of thing. Hopefully, you can just have a little bit of humor about it and move on. Don't let that kick you while you're down. That being said, I do need to end just a tad on the early side today because I need to get ready. I need to leave my house in like no more than 10 minutes from now, ideally a little less, to get to my nephew's Christmas thing. So thank you all so much for being here. Next stream on Twitch is Friday night, and then we've got our D&D session on Saturday on twitch.tv/HereThereBeMonsters. Absolutely, Gray Fox. Thank you so much. So we hope to see you there. If we don't see you there for the session, then the session video usually goes up on YouTube within a week or so afterwards. And then, and I'll really make sure we do that because remember, we have back-to-back Saturday D&D this month. So we're getting back into it hard. We got D&D on the 9th and D&D on the 16th. That's the plan, unless hopefully nobody backs out at the last minute. So thank you guys so much. I'll see you soon. And as always, take care and be excellent to each other. I thought about it, Kale. That was actually kind of my plan, was to have all of my clothes and everything on. But I got everything set out, or I got most of my stuff set out, and then it was time for stream to start. So I was like, well, I could start 10 minutes late and then like be wearing everything and end on time, or I could start more or less on time, end a little bit early, and then get ready after. Kind of a lose-lose. Anyway, I gotta go. Have fun, y'all.